Good afternoon. We are in Monterey. The regular little box, it doesn't show up, but we can see up here we're departing runway 28 from Monterey. We're going to use the F-15 because this distance we don't want to dally. We want to get up there. There's a few things to look at as we go along. And the reason for this flight is add on to last week's, which was going to the Phoenix Raceway to see Penske. Penske placed 1-2 in the race for the championship, and it was quite a thing. And to come in first and second for the championship, Logano was first, and Blaney, who had a faster car, he was closing in. So of recent races, the Logano has won the race with a car that was considered slower, but circumstances placed him over the line first. So quite an achievement, first and second, which brought to mind back in the 60s, I think it was like 1967, I was going to San Jose State, and I'm working for Piper Aircraft, and as I went, I wasn't working yet for Piper Aircraft. I was working for a Piper dealer, flight instructing part-time. So I knew that Penske and Donohue were racing in Monterey in the Trans Am series, which was the pony cars. They had the Camaro, and I wanted to get down and see that, and they did give me a pit pass. And then in return, I said, when they came in first and second, the second place was taken by a local driver who in that time, he was well known. His name was Ed Leslie. He was the first Toyota dealer on the Monterey Peninsula, and he's gone now, and so is Mark. Penske is still with us. So anyway, they came in first and second. Mark had to stay over Monday morning to get his checks for first and second. He didn't have to do that, but when I offered to fly him to Sears Point, right up here at the top, Sonoma Raceway. Back then it was just called Sears Point, and up near Napa. That's San Pablo Bay up there. We fly over San Francisco Bay. I'll point out the things as we go along. But I had a 180 Cherokee from San Jose Piper, and I flew the two of us to there, and we were talking about landing on a little airport nearby, but when we saw that they had a nice drag strip, and the drag strip is still, I think it's the same real estate we'll be landing on in the simulator, is where we landed in the 180 Cherokee, which was a piece of cake. It's going to be a little bit challenging in a F-15, but it does go uphill, so that'll help me get the F-15 stopped. The F-15 is being used to, again, cover the distance quickly, so it won't be a boring flight. And here we go. We're gonna click fly, and a little recall. There's the famous King Air. I believe that's might be in the area of the Matterhorn, the Swiss Alps, I would believe, is what that is, while we're booting up.
Monterey Tower Strike 39 ready at runway 28 left west departure.
Turn this on. We got everything set. We need to get the lights on. Move the sun to high noon. Not quite. There, that's pretty good. 11:56. Get that out of the way. Go outside. Take the brakes off, and let's get going. A little noisy on the afterburners. And we're going 330.
Strike train 901, continue for west departure. Strike train 901, leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Say goodbye to them. We go right over Santa Cruz.
Monterey Tower, strike train 901, frequency change.
And right up the San Francisco Bay, right through the sand barrier. We just look back for a second at the Monterey Peninsula. Beautiful area. Don't have to get into that. Looking back into the glare of the sun this time of year. And we'll cruise on up to about, maybe 20,000 feet. We'll look that way or that way? We'll look up the bay. That's Moss Landing right there. Salinas is right over in there. The city of Salinas. There's the Salinas River coming out right there. And away we go. All the huge cities. And we can see the, of course, Santa Cruz right here. And as we zip up the bay, we're 15,000 feet. And we're Mach 1.43. And we'll hang out probably right about here. Let's go ahead. We'll hit the autopilot on. There we go, 18,000 feet change, and we kind of got a bug right there. Let's see if we can change the heading slightly. Yeah, so we're holding heading, and that's just to the right of us. Right there. We'll look over San Jose. Here's San Jose right here, San Jose Airport. That's where I was working, at San Jose Piper. And I don't think there's an aircraft dealer on the field at San Jose anymore. There's the airport right in there. I was going to San Jose State, which was just south of downtown, right about in there. And teaching flying, we're holding 18,000 feet. We're holding the heading. The course is getting over to the right. We can just change that ever so slightly. There we go. And we do want to just go right up the bay. There's Moffett Field right here. There's the Salt Flats, Fremont. Over here is where Tesla started building. Elon Musk started building the Tesla. Right in there, and as we come up from here, we see Palo Alto Airport. We're going right over. Palo Alto's right under us right now. Right? I mean, Stanford, all the red roofs there, that's Stanford right there in Palo Alto. Then a little Palo Alto Airport, and then we go by the Dumbarton Bridge goes across right there. San Mateo Bridge goes across right in here. Yeah, you can just pick it up just a little bit, and you'll see the San Francisco International Airport right there. We're right over Foster City. And then Oakland International is right there. And then we can see downtown. Oakland Bay Bridge. And we'll look out toward Half Moon Bay is right out in there. And here we'll go there. Sausalito. And there's Angel Island. And a little speck there is Alcatraz. There's the San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. And we're going to have to start slowing down here. We're right over Alameda Airport, which has been closed. That was a Navy base right there. There's Mount Diablo out there. And going up the Sacramento River heading for Sacramento, which would be right up about in there. Okay, so we've got to come on back, turn off the autopilot. We want to go right just slightly, ever so slightly. And we need to slow down, so we'll bring up the speed brake. And we're right over Richmond. That's where Rosie the Riveter Museum is right down there. That's where they built, right in there, they built the Liberty ships. And we'll keep an eye out for where we're going. And we're under the speed of sound. I'm going to put away the speed brake. And we'll see if we can get this baby down here. We're looking up toward Napa, right up in there. Sonoma is over in there. San Rafael is back here. Right in there is San Rafael. And this looks right up the Carquinez Strait, going up again over to Stockton, on up the way. Okay, and then we'll get back in behind here. And start looking for the drag strip. I think I kind of can see. Let's see here. I think it's this little bump right here. I think this Sears Point is right over in there. And we're down to 4,000 feet. I think we're looking at the airport. I'm gonna put the wheels down so I don't forget. Not ready for flaps. I am looking at the raceway is right in there. So they wanted to practice. The next race was up in Kent, Washington, and they needed to. They didn't need to, but Penske rented the track, and he just had it to himself, and that's why we ended up, instead of just landing close by, we landed right on the track. And of course I didn't take a picture. I didn't get a picture of the airplane. I think I kind of see where I need to start thinking about getting the flaps down. There they come. And we'll get down to 150. Looking right at the drag strip. Need to keep it in the middle here. Oh, gee. Yeah, we made it. So that's the runoff area. Put the flaps up, and we'll see some of the track as we roll back down. I'm going to just stick with this. You'll have to just see it, because the racetrack comes right across the drag strip right here. It goes to the left. I could wig-wag around the racetrack, but I'd probably run into something, and that would end. So the racetrack goes up here, up the hill, up to the right, and on up about halfway up the hill there. It comes flying down here. This is the back end of the racetrack, back down to the start-finish line. Anyway, I had the time of my life. This is probably part of the race. That's part of the racetrack going off to the right there. Now we're back on the drag strip, and we're in the Cherokee 180. And what are they? I can't remember what they they call the Cherokee. And these buildings aren't here. This is the pit area on the right. They aren't there. But I did park near a building that I think was part of the drag strip right down in here. Is where I parked. So we'll just put it right down in here, and we'll look at the racetrack comes down here. This building isn't here, and we'll just turn on the brakes right there. There we go. And those buildings aren't there. This is the pit area. The pit area comes down and goes around the corner. There's the start-finish line right there. And the hills look almost normal. We do get an upgrade 2024 Microsoft, and this is going to get better. So we'll just go ahead and shut down here. Thank you for flying along on Air Chance, and we'll talk to you next time.